Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and...
And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Able to find his running back, Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Tackles. 51 to
On second down, here's Haskins. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, Geis. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. They're able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
A gain of 19 yards.
Ready. Blue 60.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down carry here for Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Stafford. And a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And some space here. The 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
56. I'm here all day. Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill, 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 kill. Like 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because
Josh Dodson, touchdown, Washington. Josh Dodson his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Stafford. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Back to throw. Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks him. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Devon Kennard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a toss. This is Geis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, man. Let's get off the field.
Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
What we got?
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
12 yards there and a first down.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Haskins to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Haskins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10.
51, Mike 51. Danny.
Now Haskins on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trent Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Okay, ready. 15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine. Single receiver. Single receiver. Single receiver.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They go play action now. Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch 7. Watch 7.
Now it's Haskins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Strong right. 4 down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pass Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
And the Washington Redskins.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. This is Geis. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big run there by Johnson. 55 yards.
And the Lions first down.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
56. Check 56. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They snap it to Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Give them 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune at
yeah,
this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball. And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On first down, Johnson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They go to Johnson again. 11 yards there, first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On second and 11 now. Haskins caught on the right side. Reed. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
From the gun on third down. Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week.
I'ma shine out, working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off.